Hello, everyone, and welcome back in to the first episode of 2022 of the Bet On Me podcast. I'm your host, Daniel Perkins. It's Sunday, January 2nd, 2022, guys. Thanks for coming back. Thanks for listening to the show. I hope you guys had a good New Year. Hope you guys had a good holiday. We were a little under the weather during the holidays, didn't do as much. Sorry about all that, but we're back now. Going to be back every day, throwing out these podcasts for you guys, looking at these lines, taking these bets. How about that Rose Bowl yesterday? Man, was that a shootout or what? Basically, first play of every down there for about 5 minutes, they threw touchdown passes. A quarterback ran for a 60-yard touchdown. I mean, it was insane. I think they ended up scoring over 100 points in that game. It was insane. At one point, they had scored 5 touchdowns in less than 4 minutes, I think. I'm pretty sure it was less than that, but it's crazy. It was just crazy how many points were being thrown up on the board there. We had Ohio State -4. They didn't cover. It's not a big deal, you know. We had Oklahoma State +1.5 against Notre Dame. That covered. That was good. We took Arkansas and we took Kentucky on the money line. We got those, but, couldn't get Ohio State to get that 4 points. Beat them by a field goal there at the end. It was a really good game coming down there toward the end. I really enjoyed it. Today we got some games on the slate, NFL. Man, these games today are insane. These lines are crazy. I'm telling you right now, we go ahead and start off Indianapolis Colts against the Raiders -8. I mean, that is I don't know about that line, guys, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to lay those points with Indy. Indy's playing really good right now. You know, they got a running back. Man, he's averaging like 2 touchdowns a game. You know, he's about like Connor over there in Arizona, except Arizona can't win any games. So I'd take the Colts today. I think they lay the 8 points, no problem. That's a game that I would look forward to today. I think the Eagles today against the Washington football team, I think they cover 6.5 points. They definitely win by a touchdown against the Washington football team. Washington football team is in shambles right now. Bringing your benches with you wherever you go, even if it's at home, I don't care. You're probably going to get a loss the way you have those quarterbacks out there playing ball right now. Also, the Kansas City Chiefs are playing today. They're playing the Cincinnati Bengals. So that's a 3.5 point game. That one right there is probably a little tricky because the Bengals, they can come to play if they really want to. So I'd probably stay away from that one, but, I'd probably take the Bengals at 3.5 right there, only because I think the Chiefs win by a field goal. And, the Chiefs could come out and win by 40 if they really feel like it. It just depends on how they play and what the defense is doing to Patrick Mahomes today, but we'll see. The Patriots are favored by 17.5 against the Jaguars today. You could take that if you want to. I mean, I think they'll win, but 17.5, that's a lot. I mean, the Jaguars are terrible. I mean, you throw a little bit on that plus 17.5, if you don't think the Jaguars are going to lose by that much. But then again, they might not even score a touchdown against Belichick's defense, The Titans definitely cover against the Dolphins today, -3 points. I think they do. I think they need that to put themselves in a good spot in the playoffs, or maybe even to get in the playoffs. Now with more games, I don't know how many wins you need to be able to actually secure a spot in the playoffs. Guys, I'm sorry. I've been terrible at that all year. I haven't really been able to find out the information that I really want. That way I know what's going on, because these questions come to me while I'm doing the podcast, and I don't have that information. The information about NFL rules and stuff isn't hard to find. It makes no sense most of the time to me because it's changed every year. Like the rule about what is it? It's right in my head and I can't think of it. The celebration or the taunting rule. What's a taunt? That's what it is. It's the taunting rule, where a guy can literally like make a tackle and look down at a guy, and that's taunting. I mean, that's a 15-yard penalty after a big play. Like, it's ridiculous how much control the refs have in games. Let's see here. I would take the Texans against the 49ers, plus 13.5. I think San Francisco's trash. I don't think Jimmy G's going to be playing, but I think they're trash. The Cardinals, I think the Cardinals get a win today, plus 6.5 against the Cowboys. I know there's probably going to be a lot of money on the Cowboys today, and I would ride the opposite direction. You can even put it on the money line of 220, but that plus 220 scares me because Michigan was plus 220 when I took that, and Michigan got destroyed, guys. That's hard. That's hard to talk about. I really thought they'd play better, but hey, we get an SEC championship replay, right? That's what we all wanted. Anyway, back to this. Let's see here. I think the Packers cover 13 points, Minnesota Vikings, because I think Kirk Cousins is out due to COVID. I don't know who their backup is, which this line was at 7, and as soon as that news came out, it jumped up. So I would take the 13 before it jumps up to 13.5, 14. That's the late game, and Monday night's game is Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I think that is Big Ben's last game that they're saying at Heinz Field regular season. So, that's a pretty big one. I guess if you're into that sort of thing. We got the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Rangers playing here at 12:30. That's an early game in the hockey, and be slapping the puck around out there. I think I'm going to take Tampa Bay to win that game on the money line. I think they beat the Rangers. Rangers playing good puck right now, but I think the Lightning just come in and show them what's what. Let's see what else we got here on that slate today that I like. I think the Edmonton Oilers, and I know that I keep saying I'm not going to bet on the Edmonton Oilers anymore, but Monday they are playing the Rangers, and I think they get that win because they're playing a little bit better hockey. They're getting some goals in, and I think Edmonton gets a win here tomorrow. I think that's going to be a really good game. I think Boston gets a win against Detroit today. They're favored anyway, minus 154. I think Boston gets that win. So that's the only plays I really like today. I like Boston to get a win, and I like Tampa Bay to get a win, and those are both away teams. So they're both favored, but even still, I still like them in these situations. And after the Rangers lose today to Tampa Bay, I think they lose tomorrow to Edmonton at home. Get a nice little losing streak there. So that's about it today for the podcast. I really don't have anything else other than maybe the Lakers 7.5 against the Minnesota Timberwolves tonight. You could take that maybe in the NBA. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a big Laker fan or anything. I just think that LeBron has a triple-double. I think they dominate. I think LeBron's trying to show everybody that he's still LeBron. And, I'm not real big on the guy, but I'm not going to say he's not dominant and he's not one of the best athletes in the world and not one of the best players in the NBA. So I think he comes out tonight. I think he has a big game. I think LeBron gets a triple-double. I think they win. He's plus 330 for a triple-double, guys. So do with that what you will. All right, that's the podcast, guys. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you guys, once again, had a great holiday. I'm looking forward to this year. Let's go out there. Let's get those bets in, and let's make some damn money in 2022. Guys, we'll see you tomorrow.